Cafe, I'm Scott Cluthe. The calendar rolls on, so we enter the month of March. Back in the long ago myths of humanity, a man came forward who only said there was really one rule, one thing to hold higher than anything else in life. It's been said, republished, interpreted, debated over, and changed into whatever was the language or customs of conversation of the time it's highlighted. But really, it's the message that's really heard, understood, and acted on by the heart and not the head. Now, a lot of research in the field called brain-mind has discovered some interesting things. Turns out that many times in matters of life, the heart is the real brain center of our understanding, and the mind follows its lead, at least when it comes to being a fully expressed person. HeartMath.org has extensive research that explains the electromagnetic interactions within and between people. HeartMath says that when you're not consciously communicating with others, our physiological systems are interacting in subtle and surprising ways. The electromagnetic signal produced by your heart is registered in the brain waves of people around you, and your physiological responses sync up with your mates during emphatic interactions as well, empathetic ones. In fact, the heart's electromagnetic field is believed to act as a central synchronizing signal within the body, an important carrier of emotional information, and a key mediator of energetic interactions between people. Apparently, the mind really is great at hijacking us, of course. I know it happens to me all the time. Our heart expresses what's the best pathway, but the mind starts yakking away with the do's, the don'ts, the can'ts, the shouldn'ts, all that. Back to the fellow from the long ago myths. His way is often labeled as the template for March in Pisces, a water sign of universal love, selfless sacrifice, and yes, sometimes martyrdom. Universal love energy, like the vast oceans of water that wash away the sands and rocks eventually, the persistent surf rolling in and out, slowly bringing the change that is almost unnoticeable. That's the power of universal love, unconditional, yes, even cosmic love. Yes, I'm talking about Christ consciousness represented in the life, the acts, the words of the one called Jesus in our modern vernacular, selfless giving without expectations, and a tough thing for us so many times. Well, up in New York City, there's a very talented hairstylist. He does a hair for an A-list of personalities up there. His name is Mark Bustos. Mark does well, but he also does something else. Every Sunday, he roams the streets of New York giving free haircuts to the homeless, many of whom are HIV positive. This is not a new story. I see where it was first reported 2 years ago, but it sure is love in action. Mark could very easily just take that day and do anything else, but he chooses to give back in an authentic and unconditional way to people he may or may never see again. This is love in action, and his abundance on all levels demonstrates it when you check out 3 Squares Studio, where he applies his gift. And the same gift he shares with the homeless on the streets of New York City. Pretty good role model for a fully expressed heart that presides over that little old monkey mind that wants to run the show. A raised cup of Java to Mark Bustos and the heart-centered way of being that is shared for the world back when Jesus, known as the Christ, walked the earth. That's good. His spirit remains, and we are also part of that spirit or inspiration, call it what you will, in every one of us, waiting to be heard in our own lives, in the Love Cafe. Did you know Love Cafe has its new website up, and I have started a blog spot there? Come into the Love Cafe and share your thoughts, your ideas, your people, your organizations that are out there in the world doing love in action. Hey, maybe, yes, it's about you. lovecafe.com for the website. That's lovecafehouston.com for the website, and Love Cafe Group on Facebook. This is Scott Cluthe, and I'm waiting for you to stop by for a refresher in the Love Cafe.